Okay, welcome to another video where I'm going to be discussing another device which we can connect to our home theater system. So you may have seen in the channel, we've spoke about other Echo devices such as the studio. And in this one, what we're going to do is add more bass. How low can you go? So you can add more rumble, more feeling, more effects to your watching and entertainment for your movies, and also when you're listening to your music, you can get that deeper bass sound and get a whole surround feeling for your environment. So make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell, and I guarantee you won't be disappointed.
Flux Automate.
Now this is the Echo Sub, and what it's going to allow us to do is add that subwoofer to an already amazing sounding theater experience. Now the other devices that you may see on the channel are the Echo Studios, which have a lot of bass as it is. So it's going to be really interesting, and I'm quite excited to hear what this has to produce. So let's just unbox this and see what's in the packaging. So in true Amazon fashion, we get a carrying bag with the device inside. Also inside, we get some leaflets and our standard power cable. And the power cable is going to match the device itself. Nothing else in the box, nice and simple. Let's bring the device out of its bag. So as you can see, the device follows the same look and feel as the other studio devices. So this is just an addition to that environment. Currently, this only comes in this charcoal gray. Hopefully, they'll bring a white, which will match the other devices that they just released. Well, in 2022, that is. So in comparison to the other device in terms of size, it's slightly wider, same height. As you can see at the top, there's no ring. Okay, so this device you can only connect to this type of setup. So you can't take this as a separate device and add it to your other speakers if they are not Alexa devices. This is combined to work with the theater or the home music setup. So quite hefty, and if we look around the back, you'll see there's only one port, and that is for the power. There is another button at the top of it, which would be just to turn it on and off, which is nice to see that we can actually turn this device off, whereas the other devices stay on unless you unplug them. On the base, you'll see some simple rubber feet here with the Amazon logo and nothing else to see really. It's quite a basic looking, get it? Basic looking device that's just going to create that sound and that sub bass woofer feeling. So this should be a great addition to your setup. And if the studio devices didn't get you out your seat, I'm sure this one's going to move you. Okay, so now we're going to plug it in, set it up, and then I'll give you some feedback on what I think about the bass production and if it's worth you investing your money into this device. I'm just going to place it here for now. Depending on your environment, you can move it around, you can put it in front, or you can put it in the far corner, which will create a lot more bass to pump out to you. And because it doesn't have to be in stereo, you can put it anywhere. Not a very long power lead, but you can get them cheaper and longer from stores like IKEA, for example. So let's plug it in. As you see from the back, and it fits in anyway. So due to the fact that the lead is quite short, we're just going to plug it in and just extend it along the floor. But when we find the final placement for it, we can tuck it away and make it look a lot more neater. And you can see at the back, we have a light. On the other devices, you'll see a ring, but in this example, we only have one LED that shows the status of the device at the minute. So it looks like it's trying to find a network to connect to. So I'm going to connect to it, set it up, put it into the theater mode, and then do some testing and see what I think, and then feed this information back to you. Okay, I got to pause it at that point because we don't want to get any strikes for copyright. But the bass that this brings together, this device here is the one to add, because These individual speakers by themselves do actually bring a lot of bass into the environment, but this seals it off, just like hot butter on toast. The experience takes it to a whole new level. Previously, it sounded great as it was, but adding the subwoofer to this, I don't know. All I can say is I'm going to give it a 2 thumbs up and a 10 out of 10 for the setup of these speakers with the sub at this price range, enabling you to do all kinds of things with your Alexa device. Takes it way beyond any other systems that I've seen so far. Now, I got to give Amazon a thumbs up for putting this together. The only thing I would say is when you are adding your devices, at first you might feel that the sub isn't actually kicking in, but something in the app is a little bit disjointed. So what I did was kept it playing, removed the sub, so unplugged it, plugged it back in, let it set itself back up, and the bass just went from here to here. Now, having something so small and compact means you can put it into any space, and it's nice and clean. You don't have to have really big speakers taking up the whole of your living room or wherever you are in the house. You can have it nice and compact like this. All I can say is, Amazon, can you please create a white version of this to go with your 2022 versions where you've got the white and the gray, so enables people to have their whole setup matching and looking great. So if you buy the sub to add to the whole theater setup for the Amazon devices, you will not be disappointed. 2 studio devices and a sub, pièce de resistance, or however it goes. If you want to find out some more information about how to set all this up, check out some other videos on the channel. So make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell, and I guarantee you won't be disappointed.
Flux. Automate.